Global trade tensions triggered by US President Trump's sweeping tariff measures may come to an end with a potential deal with China as investors remain concerned about escalation from both sides. Trump's April 2nd announcement of reciprocal import tariffs sent shockwaves through global equity and crypto markets. The measures include 10% baseline tariff on all imported goods effective April 5th, with higher levies such as a 34% tariff on Chinese imports set to begin today. However, the tariff negotiations may only be posturing for the U.S. to reach an agreement with China, according to Raoul Pal, founder and CEO of Global Macro Investor. Everything right now is negotiation posturing. China needs a weaker dollar and the U.S. needs tariffs, according to Paul. He also stated that the U.S. is trying to shut down China tariff arbitrage using other channels, such as going after Mexico and Vietnam. China's foreign ministry has also vowed to fight to the end against Trump's tariffs, which they called bullying by the world's largest economy. However, it's not quite true anymore. And China's in the middle of a real estate market collapse and their stock market is on fire. So I have a feeling this trade war will come to a conclusion sooner rather than later. And the biggest beneficiary will likely be the US, with tariffs being completely zeroed out. One thing most people don't understand is that global trade dominance has shifted from the US to China. Back in 2000, it used to be the US dominating trade. Now in 2024, largely outside of Europe and North America and part of South America, it is China right now, which is quite crazy. Listen to these numbers. In 2000, US trade totaled $2 trillion, more than 4 times China's $474 billion. From 2000 to 2024, US trade expanded by 167%, while China's trade surged by 1,200%, surpassing the US in 2012. By last year, 2024, total trade reached 5.3 trillion for the US and 6.2 trillion for China. Now, how does that also impact the crypto market, which I'm sure a lot of you are also probably curious about, since most of you tune into this channel in regards to crypto? As the trade dispute continues to evolve, there's a lot of analysts that say that a potential agreement between the two global superpowers could serve as a key catalyst for recovery in digital asset markets as well. And crypto markets have a 70% chance to bottom by June of this year, according to Nansen and their analysts. Investor appetite for risk assets such as Bitcoin will depend on the global tariff response from other countries, according to Nansen analysts. But it's also going to depend on whether or not the Fed actually cuts rates. They had a closed door meeting the other day that was supposed to be open door. So maybe that'll result in getting getting Fed rates cut by May, which is the next rate cut decision, maybe even in June. Who knows? If that comes, dollars get cheaper, risk on appetite, starts to come back. So at this point in time, it's kind of a wait or see kind of situation. Again, I do not think tariffs are going to stick around for very long, maybe for some countries. According to the White House, 70 plus countries have already reached out to have some type of trade agreement put in place. So it looks like that they are working on that at the moment. And I think the biggest thing is, with China being the biggest player, will there be a deal? Will they zero out those tariffs, whether it's US matching Chinese tariffs and China not retaliating to the US retaliating, or do they move to a 0-0 tariff approach and just have a free, open economy? I don't know if that'll take place either, but there's a lot of tension right now, and those details will likely get resolved very quickly, or China's going to end up in a situation where it might completely collapse. So let's see what happens. Let me know in the comment section what you think down below. Obviously, it's been a really heated, couple months here, especially in the last week. Want to know what you guys think on the tariff situation and how that might pan out. Make sure to like the video, comment thoughts down below, and subscribe. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. See you guys in the next video. Keep up to date. Cheers.